Why calmness heals and fear makes you ill. Imagine you wake up in the morning and feel sluggish. Your body feels heavy, your head is empty, and immediately the thinking begins. What's wrong with me? Why am I so tired again? What if this is a sign of something serious? This worry is understandable. We've been taught that fatigue, weakness, or discomfort are signs of malfunction, symptoms that we must fight and control. But what if this entire perspective is wrong? What if these signals aren't signs of illness, but signs of healing? The biological short circuit, how fear blocks healing. To understand this, we need to look at the science of psychoneuroimmunology. This sounds complicated, but it's basically simple. Our thoughts and feelings have a direct impact on our nervous, hormonal, and immune systems. When we interpret a body signal, like fatigue, as danger, our brain sounds the alarm. The amygdala, our fear center, becomes active and starts a chain reaction. The stress axis, HPA axis, is ramped up. Stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline flood the body. The sympathetic nervous system, our internal gas pedal, is pressed down. We're in fight or flight mode. And here's the crucial point. A body that's in alarm mode cannot heal at the same time. True regeneration, cell repair, and a balanced immune response only occur when the brake pedal, the parasympathetic nervous system, is active. Healing requires rest, safety, and trust. Our fear of symptoms thus interrupts exactly the process that the body wants to carry out, regenerating itself. We block healing because we mistake it for illness. The functional interpretation, your symptoms are your allies. This is where a radically different perspective comes in, the functional interpretation. What if we stop seeing symptoms as enemies? Fatigue is not a mistake. It's a regeneration signal. The body is saying, I'm working on important repair processes right now. Please don't disturb me. Discomfort is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that the immune system is active and doing its job. When we understand this, everything changes. Instead of going into fight mode, we can approach the body with trust. We can give it the space it needs to unfold its intelligence. Health doesn't arise through control, but by getting out of the body's way and letting it do its work. Timeless wisdom, what philosophers have always known. This idea isn't new. It's found in the great wisdom traditions of humanity. In Buddhism, it says, pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. The symptom is the pain. The suffering only arises through our resistance and our evaluation. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, taught, it's not the things themselves that disturb us, but our opinion about the things. It's not the fatigue that's the problem, but our fearful interpretation of it. In Taoism, they speak of Wu Wei, acting through non-action. Healing happens when we stop fighting and trust in the natural flow of life. Viktor Frankl put it this way, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In this space, between feeling a symptom and our automatic fear reaction, lies our freedom. They all knew the key lies not in controlling external circumstances, but in our inner attitude. Modern science confirms ancient knowledge. What philosophers grasped intuitively, modern research confirms impressively. 1. Stress blocks healing. Hundreds of studies show that chronic stress inhibits immune functions, promotes inflammation, and disrupts cell repair. 2. Your mindset matters. A stress mindset study from 2024 showed people who viewed stress as useful experienced less pain during a cold stimulus. Your interpretation changes your physiology. 3. Calmness strengthens. Positive emotions and an optimistic attitude demonstrably improve immune parameters and response to vaccinations. 4. Mindfulness works. Techniques like mindfulness-based stress reduction, MBSR, demonstrably lower stress hormones, reduce inflammatory markers, and bring the nervous system into regeneration mode. The role of personality, why some are more susceptible.
Research also shows that certain personality traits can increase the risk of chronic diseases. Do you recognize yourself? With chronic fatigue syndrome, CFS-ME, often found are perfectionism, an extreme sense of duty, a helper mentality, and the inability to perceive one's own needs. One exploits oneself until the system breaks down. With autoimmune diseases, here, suppressed emotions, especially anger, a high need for harmony, and lack of self-assertion are often observed. The inner conflict and stress seem to confuse the immune system until it turns against the body itself. With chronic pain, example fibromyalgia, here catastrophizing thinking, constant anxious observation of the body, or hypervigilance, and low self-efficacy expectations often prevail. The fear of pain intensifies the pain. These patterns are not character flaws. They are learned survival strategies. But they keep the stress system in a perpetual loop and thus prevent it from returning to balance. Conclusion: your path to healing is a path of letting go. What does all this mean for you? Practically, it means you have a choice. Every time a symptom appears, you can ask yourself, do I choose the path of fear or the path of trust? Symptoms are not your enemy. They are messengers from your body inviting you to rest. Fear of illness can make you ill. Calmness, trust, and loving treatment of yourself are the best prevention. You don't have to fight. You may let go. The path to health doesn't lead through more control, more analysis, or more effort. It leads through trust. Trust in the incredible intelligence of your body, which knows exactly what it needs to do if you finally let it be.